Hello, I am Michael Storch, the director of this fine movie, and welcome to one of our two missing commentaries. The other one being the cast commentary.
I want to preface this with
You're a bastard, Ryan. No.
By saying that this will not be as entertaining as the other one, but this will be good nonetheless. So,
anyways, okay, let's introduce everyone we have here.
I'm Ryan Bozell. I am the producer, and a co-cinematographer along with Ryan Woking.
Hello there, my name is Kenton, and I did boom and grip work
on this movie.
Oh no, I'm coughing.
Oh, right. Okay.
We'll be all right.
I got that.
No, we're good. But but yeah, all three of us have been working on a variety of movies for quite some time, and this is our kind of latest endeavor. So we're doing it all together. So we're gonna comment on this thing. So let's get this crap started.
All right, here we go.
Whoop, whoop.
Hopefully.
Okay, missing.
God, this just
a shout out. My brother did those opening titles. But yeah, this whole scene right here, I actually redid like 4 times, and this is completely different from the original one, even though it's the same footage. It played a lot slower.
This was one of those things you kind of agonized over the most. Not the most, but one of those.
Because it's the opening.
Right.
I mean, it's the most. It's really one of the most important parts of the movie.
Yeah, and it sets the tone for the whole thing, so you kind of need to make sure it was good. So.
I do wish I got a couple more coverage shots in this basement for this first scene, because it did make it difficult to edit, and yeah.
It's weird, and it's weird to think because this was that was January, and this is June.
Yeah, we had to reshoot about a third of the movie, and we did that like 6 months after the original shoot. So basically, anything dealing with Liz's character Sam, all the way up until she gets to the house at the end, is
about 6
from the
months
from the reshoot. While everything in the basement and everything in the house at the end, the last third of the movie is all from the original shoot.
So
it's mostly everything from the first day we had to redo. But this looks so much better than the old footage, which you can see on the DVD. You can see that. You check it out and just do a comparison. I mean, this is just so much better.
I think because we had Ryan Woking on set now.
Yeah.
Because when we originally
and then we had Matt McCrory doing lighting, and that helped a lot because
it gives it a lot more depth. I mean, I think
this scene was probably the first scene to be fully edited. I mean, I did tweaks to it all the way through the end and all that. Yes. This scene was. I don't even know what to say. You have any thoughts, Ken?
All I remember about just shooting this is I was so. I mean, that basement looks bigger on screen than it actually is. I think
it's really cramped, and as Kenton will know, I mean, Kenton couldn't even stand in the room to hold the boom mic.
The boom is in the other room. It was just me. It was just me, Troy, and Cam in that room during the scenes, and then Mike or Dustin or someone would come in, fix something, and then we'd do it again. So I just remember sitting in the corner, making sure I was,
And Kenton, what do you kind of think about seeing this basement from this perspective?
It's kind of weird.
What's this basement normally used for?
For basement shows, for local.
And I have no idea how they get that many people in that basement, because that thing is
DIY or die.
Small.
Air still flowing.
That basement, though, it just had a lot of personality. Like, Mike
it had
took
a lot of character to it.
You took a picture of it way before we started shooting. I just thought, this is going to be the part that maybe, I don't know if it'll look the best, but it looked.
Well, I got to say again, I think,
Let's get started, shall we?
If you'll see Troy crying, I really think he did great at looking scared.
This is my favorite shot in the movie, when he picks up the blade.
And Cam does a good job of looking thoroughly creepy.
It just looks. I love that shot.
I'm trying to remember if the
kissing my own ass.
plastic was my idea or not.
The plastic?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
I think we were. I don't think we were gonna have it on the floor, but then we decided to hang it up on the wall.
We never originally planned it. I don't even think I told anyone to do it. Someone just kind of did it.
I think I remember the reason why we did it because the walls on screen didn't look very. It needed some kind of. It needed a bit more personality, I suppose. And I think the June shoot obviously went a whole...
June shoot was so smooth. There wasn't any issues on set. Everything went great.
5 minutes. I'm calling the cops.
It was great.
Lovely power soul. And I just shooting all this basement stuff was just pretty. It was a long day. We spent all day shooting this stuff.
It was a lot of long days. It was. Well, what was the first day? How many hours did you spend on the first day? It was.
And it slapped. Cam slapped Troy and Liz so many times. I really think he's
so abusive.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
And I remember thinking, oh yeah, we could just have him smack him. You know, we were gonna be realistic about it. We didn't think about the takes. It's gonna. How many takes?
Look at. But we're about to see Kara's lovely makeup. There it is.
Oh yes.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Oh man.
It does taste like mint.
I remember we get the blood in and it says zesty mint flavor, and it was just like, what? Okay.
It was pretty gross.
Now this take, we did this take like 14 times, and we ended up going with take 5. Because really, every take after 5, it just kept getting worse. It was
hard to do.
Yeah, it was a long take. This is the probably 3rd longest shot in the movie.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's good. It's just
it's the 2nd longest shot actually.
There's a lot of movement when you're crammed into the corner like I was. I mean, you can't tell.
I have to mention, I feel like Cam does a really good job at syncing his voice up via ADR.
After the many times we
he would jokingly do it in the office.
Right.
You know, he would just sit there and we'd be watching a cut in a movie and he would just start syncing his voice up with it, and it was like, stop it, Cam, it's
Stop
creepy.
You're creeping me out, man.
I find it rather hilarious that he basically worked up a hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get some refreshments. I mean, it's funny. I think it's really funny. He really worked up a hunger.
You know, Cam was telling me that he, you know, before he even went in on audition, and then afterwards he just did a ton of research on guys like this, that.
And Cam does that. He really just, when he really sets his mind to something and he wants to know something, he will research the hell out of it.
Larry.
We
love Larry.
Everyone loves Larry. I don't know why I had them both look like zebras. Because he has a striped tie.
It's all
shirt.
intentional, though, right, Mike? It's all intentional. It's all intentional.
Maybe.
Larry was really the only one that we kind of had like a costume for. Oh, well, him and
Larry had. Well, no, I mean Troy
did too. Yeah.
No, and Cam. Everyone had a costume, and Liz had a costume. What the hell are you talking about, Ryan?
Well,
Everyone had a costume.
That, but that we actually thought about what specifically they would wear, like, you know.
I like how. Whoa.
When we first got married,
we got silent also. I don't know what happened.
Oh my God! Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm hoping people pick up on the whole affair thing, because it's kind of supposed to show that this probably happened before. Like, maybe that wasn't an affair. Maybe he was actually, you know, killing people a lot sooner than that, and he was just using the affairs to cover up.
I want to say something about the original footage we shot compared to this, especially with Larry, because in the original footage that we shot,
which is the old police station scene.
Right. Larry was he was a lot more compassionate, which was fine, and it worked.
We had another detective too, who was a lot more combative. Yeah. And then in the reshoot, when I rewrote the scene, I just put them together. Right. And you give a character with a little more depth.
And it's not that Detective Clemens is a dick. It's just he has to be, you know. Yeah. He has to play by the rules.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not following police protocol really right at all, actually, in terms of how we handled the situation. But we were kind of when we had to rewrite the scenes and do a reshoot, we kind of were stuck with what happened before and after.
And one thing that was a real learning experience was when you started putting sound with this.
Oh, like effects and
The
stuff.
sound effects, and then finally the music, the wonderful music by Tom Breed.
Yes.
Shout out,
Shout out to Breedy.
Yes.
I love you, man.
But
I'll get a name soon. I promise.
so
I'm not afraid, man. I'm not afraid.
Yeah. But when you started putting stuff, when you started putting the sound to it and the music to it, it just came alive in a way that it wasn't quite when it was just footage together.
Well, there he goes. I'm excited. Troy hated this shot. He thought he looked ridiculous falling over, and I was like, "It's fine."
I did it first
I
too,
didn't even try a variety of ways to make it look
Right.
different, but then it's just I cropped it and I cut it a little shorter, and really this whole scene was another scene to get re-edited a few times. My original cut of this was actually kind of ridiculous.
Should we talk about the layering, the layering of shots?
Oh
Shots
no,
over shots?
no, that shot right there, the shot looking up the stairs. That's the only shot in the movie shot with a different camera. And it was shot with one of our Vixia cams that we use for weddings and crap.
And it worked for...
yeah, it worked. It's such a brief shot and you can't tell it's different. So.
Yeah, so...
Can't even tell the frame rate's different either.
Yeah.
Dun dun. Oh yeah, I will admit that this whole part is very, very close to being somewhat contrived. It just, everything, you got the phone there that's going off.
You get the note.
And then you got the realtor papers and all that. And the realtor papers do kind of, if you look at it, oh look, it's an empty house. So it does kind of show that what it is. But
I would never buy a house from Cam. I'm just gonna say he's the worst realtor ever.
This is I really kind of wish I got a couple more angles in there. And the problem with all the stuff we shot in the house is we got the location so late we couldn't get a proper shot list together. Nope, you get punched.
And again, this is another one of those locations that you cannot tell how small this is. Mm-hmm. Not the apartment, but the kitchen. And again, this is June, and she's running out.
And I made a comment again how much I really like all the new footage. This is another reshot.
It just looked really great,
And
let's just by the way, let's just mention how fucking cold it was.
Yes, you don't get to see it in this stuff because all the outdoor footage has been replaced, but we originally shot in January. It was flipping cold and snowing.
Early January, it was about 10 degrees
I
out.
do kind of miss the winter look that it had sometimes.
But it was...
just, unfortunately, it was overexposed. It was snowy. The snow was getting in the lens.
You're supposed to stay submissive.
And I really like what happened with the fan here. Because we originally didn't film with the fan going, and then we're like, well, if we can have the fan spinning, we couldn't actually have it on because it was too loud. We wouldn't be able to hear Cam.
And then,
so we just had him spin it, and then we added in the noise again later.
Right.
Oh man,
man,
that's
I
great.
love that. That's the best. Troy's performance here,
Okay.
and
you only see it for a brief second, but you get the blood splatter on his face.
Right.
I mean, it's not there long enough for you to really, really kind of get it, but it's there. So it's like, oh crap, you just got it.
Yeah, and I love the look he gave the camera afterward. I mean, obviously it's on the film, right? But it was great. Oh man, that shot just makes me hurt. It's like,
everything you see from now on is from the original shoot. There's no reshoot footage.
This part.
This okay, guess that is. Never mind.
And that.
Never mind.
Okay, we lied.
House for sale.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny because we never took that down.
And it's still
and
there.
when
it's still there.
When my brother's roommates came back, they're like, "Oh my god!"
The landlord's trying to sell the house.
It's pretty funny though.
Okay, here's coming up the most. I said, everyone. Okay. Oh, she's knocking on the door. Oh shit.
I'm gonna just pretend I've never.
Okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Okay, what's going on?
He's got a gun.
Cocking the gun once would have been enough, but...
Dude, in movies they cock guns 12 times in a row. They go through a whole clip of cocking. Wait, shh.
Oh my god.
Oh god, she's gonna die!
She's gonna die.
What?
Wait, what? You didn't see that coming?
Holy crap.
The whole movie is built around
Oh,
the goddamn
Jesus,
twist.
they lied to me.
What are you doing
And so far, I think, from what we've been, the reaction we've been able to get is the twist has been working on most people.
I think, and the twist worked, but then when it just started building, that's when I think the audience was like really paying attention.
Right. This whole part here really is my favorite part of the movie. And my personal favorite moment I'm proud of the editing is I really do like the back and forth I'm doing with that right there. It's not really gotten a whole lot of comments, but it is something that I've really I felt good about when I finished cutting it together. I was like, this feels pretty good. And it's one of the earliest things I did too when editing was cutting this scene together. Just because
I did love that. I think that was
Troy's improv, just knocking the knife over. I didn't know he was going to do that. He almost stabbed himself in the face. But it turned out
Troy
really good.
injured himself.
And my mom got really annoyed at me because I used one of her good paring knives, and she's afraid like broke the tip of it or something.
Well, that's something new. Ever since we were kids, you were using her knives for something.
Yeah, always.
Oh, big shout out to her food.
My mom's knives will be in every one of my movies.
Big shout out for her food. It was a lifesaver.
Oh yes, definitely. Great food.
Kara's car so far.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Larry for his needles.
Yeah, Larry gave us all his needles. And just so you guys don't think he's like a drug addict, he's diabetic. That's what that is for. Okay. He's not shooting up some crazy
narcotic,
Valkyrie from Max Payne.
Right.
Oh, there it goes.
See, that was one of those moments that I didn't quite feel the first time.
Yeah.
But once you added the sound in, and it just went.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. And that's probably my second favorite shot.
Yeah, and the music timing's really good on there. It's just like.
So can we mention how long this day that we shot everything in this house?
This day, everything that was shot in this house, the upstairs stuff, not the basement stuff.
Right.
We probably were shooting for 23 hours. Everything in the kitchen, everything in this room. Really, and it's only like 6 minutes worth of stuff. But
probably the longest day of my life, but also probably the most.
It was the best day. Oh, there he gets shot.
I'm just gonna say, watching this shot with everyone in it. Well, not everyone, but everyone's in the other room watching.
Yeah, here's the thing. There's the 2 bedrooms in the house. The other one is where we have the soundboard and the monitor hooked up, and everyone who's not in this shot is in that room
watching, and they're just sitting forward, hands over their faces, just like. Whoa,
like this was a moment where I just saw the movie kind of coming alive because we were doing a continuous shot so we can see what it was going to look like, why it was going, why it was playing.
And I remember thinking when we were reading the script and thinking, oh, we're just going to cut this together, we're just going to do it traditionally, and then I never thought to do it this way.
And this was really, Dustin, Ryan, and Troy were talking about it. I think it may have been Troy's idea, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, and then and then Dustin approached me and asked me, "Hey, would you think if we did this all in one shot?" He was like, and I was like, "Fucking do it!" And we did that. I mean, we were going in to get ready for the shot to do it the way we planned before. And in the end, we this is all we did not plan on doing a continuous shot. We did it on the spot. And we had to do it 3 times.
Right.
The first time was a quick run through just to make sure it was doable. Right. The second time is when we added the squibs in, which we had to go send.
Squibs. Larry went to get condoms at a local gas station.
Because we didn't have the materials to make squibs, so we sent the old. Oh god.
And Kara and I were in the kitchen.
So you guys know, Troy just put his head in the window and stared the crap out of us. Oh, here we go.
Kara and I were in the kitchen making condoms. Making squibs out of the condoms.
But
it was bloody good fun.
So yeah, right now he has one on his chest, which you can see if you look close enough.
It just looks like man boob, though.
Yeah, you can't see it if you're not looking for it. And then he also has one on his back, and this shit is duct taped to him.
Up, cock 2.
Yep.
It's alright.
That's okay. Third favorite shot. There we go.
There's been debate on whether this gun actually looks real or not, and
I think it looks real-ish.
Real-ish. We will not use airsoft next time.
Right.
Oh, and I had a thought the other day. I really wish I kind of had Cam just go up to him and punch him right after he threw him on there, and it wouldn't seem so weird that Larry hits the wall and then gets knocked out.
We put that sound we kind of beefed up that sound a little bit.
No, actually, it's not beefed up at all. That's
actually what it sounds like, yeah.
Larry slapped the wall to make it sound louder.
Right.
I love this
figured
part.
Cracked his skull.
Oh, Cheez-Its!
But
just so you guys know, this shot was actually shot
3 in the morning.
at 3 in the morning. We had to rig up our lighting outside.
I remember
and
Dustin
shine
and
it in.
Jeremy were out there, and there's
Yeah.
no railing on this thing, and they're standing out there in the cold and in the snow, and I'm like, they're gonna break their necks or something.
Mhm.
But it worked out, and it looks, you can't even tell. Well, now you can't tell if you're listening to it.
I love the color of this room. I love the green.
Yeah, it's just, there's something like sickly about this
Yeah.
room. It's just like something's wrong.
Oh, he
Oh,
just
man.
got shot in the chest. Ooh. Oh.
Oh.
We have that thought every time we see that. Oh.
This be a different movie.
Oh, I love this. Seeing this on the monitor and watching it actually work was awesome. I wasn't convinced the backsliding on the wall thing was
Right.
gonna work, and it was nice when we did really saw it. It was just like
And then after it was done, Cam gave me a hug and
Little
covered me in
Debbie's.
blood. It was
yeah.
like,
You still have that shirt?
I do actually. I
Good.
just
You need
found
to
it.
to display it on.
I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
No, you gotta hold on to that shit, or give it to me.
I'll probably
Give it to me before you sell it on eBay. And I just gotta say, Ryan Webeking's camera work is fantastic in this shot,
Yeah, it's great.
and he's it's,
Genius.
you know, it's pretty much landed him the DP role on future projects, specifically our next one coming up, which I'm not gonna talk about. Shh. So,
Quiet about that. Quiet.
boop.
And that was missing.
You know, we can easily
direct-
explain the stairway as being like a...
Not everyone
Basement.
notices it. By the way,
I was worried they were.
thank you, Andres, person I never met who wrote me this story
Andres.
6
Mark,
years ago.
thank you for the money.
Mark, yes.
And everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, actors. You did a
Yes,
great job,
thank
all
you.
of you.
Thank you to me.
Both camera operators, awesome. Troy, you were awesome.
Kara, awesome.
Dustin, you yelled at people.
Matt, awesome.
Kara, makeup. Everyone,
Brandon,
sound
awesome.
design.
Tom,
Brandon. Oh, we
awesome.
can't keep up. God damn. Caterer Food's awesome. All you camera people who gave us equipment.
Thank you. Everyone
Special
in
thanks
that
to everyone there and
list.
everyone who supported us. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of people who supported this thing that I could not all put in the credits. So thank
you
all of
very
you.
much.
You're all awesome.
Thank you.
Open Sign Productions, Mike the Pie Productions.
Thank you.
Kicks butt.
Alright.
Check out everything that we ever make, always. And yes.
So thank you for listening.
Okay, well
Thank you.
that
It was
was
good
awesome. Yes.
Thank
Any
you.
final thoughts from anyone?
I loved it.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was all right.
I did too, actually.
The movie is asinine. No,
It's horrible.
Anything from you, Kenton?
I know I didn't say much, but you know, here's
You
my
said
2
you had
cents.
His
Kenton
actions.
2 cents.
His
Kenton
actions.
2 cents.
Thank you
Okay,
very
well,
much.
everyone, it was a good show. We're looking forward to seeing you guys on
Next movie.
meeting you guys again on future commentaries for future movies and all that. And yeah,
Thank you very much.
woo.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, later.